We're starting to see some dramatic change in the real estate market. We'll take a look at all the fresh data coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Market update time. I'm going to do this differently. Normally we use slides, but there's so much stuff going on and I wanted access to kind of real-time information. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just sharing my screen. This is how I look at data. This is inside of our MLS. So we get to dig a little bit deeper and see some different stuff in different places. So we're going to do the market update a little bit different, and maybe I'll switch to doing it like this instead of just having a few static slides with market data on it. So first off, an interesting part of the story here is that we're definitely seeing a big drop off in the number of properties that are under contract, and active listings are rising. We've been seeing this number change over time over the last couple of months. We still are now over 2,000 active listings and we're under 700 under contract properties. So that market is definitely changing pretty dramatically. The interesting thing about that is it really is driven by sub-markets. If you look at North Kona, for example, we have 190 properties on the market and 118 under contract. So a little bit closer of a gap. If you look on the east side of the island, you got 900 properties on the market and 300 under contract. So lower proportion under contract. And as we go around the island, you see that in the different markets in terms of demand. But still, if you look at like the West Hawaii market, still very strong in terms of the number of homes on the market versus what's under contract. So the buyer demand is still very much strong. What I'm going to look at now is a 12-month summary. So basically the last 12 months, we got a summary of data here, but what I want to focus in on are the number of sales and comparing the number of sales over the last 12 months, because as you can see, there's been a dramatic drop off, right? Since the summertime of this year, these numbers have been falling, and we only had island-wide 329 sales this past month. The peak back in March was 716. So we're almost at 50% where we were at the peak, and still in those months it was still pretty strong, right? 619 in April and 672 in May, and then from May leading down to November, we've seen that amount of sales drop pretty dramatically. We're back to kind of around historically average number of sales per month, but definitely way down from 6 months ago, definitely a year ago. Looks like a pretty dramatic fall in the number of sales and market activity. But if we look at year-to-date numbers and compare them to last year, we're definitely seeing that, right? If you look this is the residential market year-to-date sales. There was 2,460 this year-to-date, and 2,923 last year-to-date. That is a fall of 15%. But if we go over to median price and we compare the median price of this year versus last year, we're still up 5.2% in the residential housing market, and that's pretty much true across the board. If we go into the condo market here, we had a 30% drop, almost a 31% drop in the number of sales year-to-date versus the previous year-to-date, but we're up 18% on median price year-to-date. So prices are still up, even though market activity is really far down. And if we go into the land market, this is the land market, we're down 16.5% on the number of sales that are happening, but we're up 12% on the number of, or our median price on the land market. So that's the short story, folks, is that we are seeing a definite decline in the number of sales going back to really and we can do this too, right? This is what I like about this, is we can actually go back and compare. So if we look at, we're at 2,000 listings now and 700 in escrow, we can go back 12 months and look at October of 21 and see that was 1,600 active listings and 1,267 in escrow. But if we go even further back and compare that to 2019, let's go to November of 2019, we were at 3,400 listings and 890 under contract. So as you can see, we're still way under 1,500 less listings than there were in 2019. We are a few under the under contract number, but definitely heading back to this type of scenario, but still a very low inventory scenario. So if you want to dig a little bit deeper, happy to get on a call, do a screen share with you and show you what we have access to. But a lot more information here than just kind of the static slides. So I hope this was helpful. But as always, if you have a question about your specific situation, you can book a meeting in the link with the comments below. You can email me at Dylan@BuyBigIsland, or you can hit me up on any social media, Dylan Nonaka. You can find me on any social media site, and happy to help you out. So that's your market update for November 2022. Almost end of the year here, and I'll see you guys next month. Aloha.